Hello, everyone, and welcome to Romeo and Juliet, Act 1, Scene 5. We are here again with our wonderful actors. I suggest that you watch through this video once, paying attention to the language and to the performances of the actors to see if you can figure out what's going on in the scene on your own. And then go back and watch it again, following along with the text so that you can get a deeper understanding. Also, like always, at the end of this, we're all going to have a conversation about the scene, so you should stick around for that. Okay, so here we go. Act 1, Scene 5, a hall in Capulet's house, music waiting, enter, serving man with napkins. Where's Pot Pan? That he helped not to take away. He shipped a trencher. He scraped the trencher.
When good manners shall lie all in one or two men's hands, and they unwashed too, 'tis a foul thing.
Away with the joint stools, remove the quart cupboard, look to the plate. Good thou, save me a piece of March pane. And as thou lovest me, let the porter let in Susan Grindstone and Nell. Anthony and Pot Pan!
Aye, boy, ready?
You are looked for and called for, asked for and sought for, in the great chamber.
We cannot be here and there too. Surely, boys, be brisk a while, and the longer liver take us all.
Enter Capulet with Juliet and others of his house, meeting the guests and maskers.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns will have a bout with you. Ha ha, my mistresses. Which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she, I'll swear, hath corns. Am I come near ye now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room and foot it, girls. More light, you knaves, and turn the tables up. And quench the fire. The room is grown too hot. Ah, sirrah, this unlooked for sport comes well. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is it now since I last yourself and I were in a mask? I cannot hear you, cuz. You are muted. I are still muted.
Fire! Fire lady! 30 years!
Ah, what man? 'Tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the nuptials of Lucentio, come Pentecost as quickly as it will. Some 25 years, and then we masked.
'Tis more. His son is older, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was but a ward 2 years ago.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove, troping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place to stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty until this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle cuz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And, to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all of the town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my will, the which, if thou respect, show a fair presence and put off these frowns and ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What, Goodman boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. We'll make a mutiny among my guests. You will set cock-a-hoop. You'll be the man.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to, go to. You are a saucy boy. It's so indeed. This trick may chance to scathe you, I know what. You must contrary me. Marry, 'tis time. Well said, my heart. You are a prince-ox. Go, be quiet. Or, more light, more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What, cheerly, my hearts.
Patience perforce with Wilfer collar meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. Then pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips? O trespass, sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Marry, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Away, begone, the sport is at the best.
Aye, so I fear. The more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is it e'en so? Why, then, I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on, then. Let's to bed. Ay, sirrah, by my fay, it waxes late. All to my rest.
Exit all but Juliet and nurse.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberio.
What is he that is now going out of door?
Marry, that, I think, be young Percuzio.
What is he that follows there, that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now of one I danced withal.
Anon, let's come away. The strangers are all gone.
And exit. Sorry, I was going to call Juliet, but I was muted. Sorry, Kuba.
That was awesome.
Okay, that's all right. I should know when it comes to technology, so it'll give him a good laugh. It's fine. All right, so let's talk about this scene. So it's a party. What's going on between Tybalt and Mr. Capulet there? What's happening? What is they have a conflict. So what is their conflict? So it starts out as a party. Capulet seems to be imbibing. He seems happy and he's drinking and
Having
he's
a
having
great
a great
time.
time. He wants everybody to have a good time.
I mean, he's still a jerk to his
And then
servants, but
Tybalt comes in. Well, yeah, but that's, that's to be expected. Servants are different. But, that aside, Tybalt has an issue. Tybalt, what's your issue?
My issue is that one of my mortal enemies has seen fit to crash the party and thinks he's just gonna sneak in and have fun and hang out, and everybody else can see him there. So it's like, wait, really? They're just gonna let this dude crash our party and not do anything about it? So he's feeling kind of a sense of pride and ownership over his family name, like he needs to stand up for the Capulets.
Okay, so he does. He talks to Capulet, and Capulet says, "No, it's fine. Capulet, why don't you kick him out? Like, what?
Listen,
What?
it's a party.
Um,
It's a party. The kid has a great reputation. It's only one of them here. It's not a big deal. And and plus, I mean, we can't forget what's happened before. The prince has already told us no fighting. And it's plus in my house, it would be it would just be all around terrible. I have the other guy here to marry my daughter. I have people having fun. I'm having a great time. Everything's going wonderfully. Tybalt's not going to mess this up for everybody. It's not happening."
yeah, and that's true. I hadn't even. I mean, like about the prince. Like, the prince said, if you kill anybody, you're gonna die. So nobody's jumping to do that, of course, especially in your house with all these people around, and as you said. So Tybalt, be quiet. Leave it alone. He's not causing any trouble. It'll be fine. So this is the first time Romeo and Juliet meet. Romeo, Juliet, what's happening in this scene with your characters?
Well, yeah, just like you said, it's their first meeting. It is the love at first sight trope, if you will. It's Romeo sees her from, I guess, across the room and is immediately asking, "Who is that?" And immediately upon their first interaction, it is love, or what people their age would call love.
Yeah.
I think that I had said this before, but the first 26 lines make up a sonnet. The first 26 of Between Romeo and Juliet make up a sonnet, which is essentially like a love poem form for that time period. So that's just a fun thing Shakespeare threw in there. It just kind of adds to the concept that even just the beginning of their relationship is a huge spark. And unfortunately, then, Juliet finds out he's a Montague, and she gets all worried, and Romeo gets all worried that she's a Capulet, and immediately there's trouble.
Romeo, what happened to Rosaline?
Yeah, she's old news. She's
Rosaline who?
yeah, exactly. Rosaline who?
Onward and upward.
Yeah. No, I think we were talking about in the last recording, I believe, about the idea of like this sort of what was it, like divine, like fate, like the idea that it's all planned and whatnot. And I think that the idea that the first few lines make up a sonnet is sort of Shakespeare's own way of playing God a little bit, and sort of adding to that idea, the idea of fate and destiny and whatnot, and that maybe this isn't just a teenage relationship. Maybe there's a little more something to it. Maybe it is destiny or fate. And no, I love that fun little tidbit that it's a sonnet. So
Yeah. I'm also just going to correct myself. It's 14 lines. It's not 26 or whatever I said.
Okay.
I couldn't remember.
I was thinking that maybe they finished, when you said 26, I was thinking that maybe they finished each other's lines, which is what makes up the 14. That's what I was thinking.
Well, no, it's all together. It's just those 14.
Sonnet is 14 lines.
Yes.
Them talking
I was
together.
like,
yeah.
Makes a beautiful poem.
I have a question. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yes.
It's that the
yes,
two
absolutely.
talking
I have a
together.
question for, yeah, that they together make up the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Romeo, Juliet, do you guys think that maybe, and this just came to me, I don't know, you could disagree, that their love intensifies throughout because it is forbidden? What do you think the forbidden aspect does to their relationship, especially being teenagers?
100%. I mean, there's the concept of, the more you're told not to do something, the more you want to do it. And I think that's just a weird thing that I think exists in all people, especially children. But I think on top of that, there is also just kind of this true feeling, before they even knew who each other were, they were feeling this way. And so then on top of that, it's like, well, now they have something to fight against, and they're being told not to do it, so it makes them want to do it more. And also, like what Alex was saying, is there's this kind of fate element in, so it's kind of just this perfect storm of a disaster waiting to happen. But yeah, I totally think that, this forbidden element definitely contributes to their wanting to be involved with each other.
Okay. Well done, guys. All right, everybody. See you in the next video.